For at least one government minister, also a board member of the Norwegian Centre Party, the argument about staying out was won long ago.
I was 14 years old, I think, 13, 14, and the referendum on the EU membership was coming up in 1994. And my main argument against membership at that time was that it would be a deficit to the Norwegian democracy to move the decision-making from local governments, regional governments, and from the Norwegian Storting, the Norwegian Parliament, to Brussels. And of course, ahead of the referendum in '94, there was a big grassroots movement against membership, and we succeeded. We were told of all the catastrophes that Norway would suffer if we did not join the EU. For instance, we were told that from the government, which was pro-membership, that we would lose 50,000 jobs almost overnight. Now, obviously, that has not happened. Well, I think everyone would agree that the Norwegian economy, the Norwegian welfare state is much more solid, and the private economy in Norway is stronger today than it was at that time. There's absolutely no one in the Norwegian debate that wants to join the EU, and there's a vast majority in the Norwegian public that does not want EU membership, and not only that, but they want less integration with the EU. Well, the reason why we joined the EEA agreement was to be part of the internal market, which means that we can trade with the EU freely. There are some exceptions on processed fish, but they're very, very small and quite minor, I would say. But with the EEA agreement, we have nearly free trade with the EU, and it works very well. In terms of influence or decisions, well, yes, we are not at the table when the voting takes place, but we are able to influence the directives at earlier stages. We have experts working in Brussels. We have dialogue. We take part in some of the committee meetings and hearings, and we feel we have a very good dialogue with the EU, and we are able to influence directives that are important for Norway. Now, at the end of the day, when the voting takes place, the situation is like this. Norway has the right to veto. If a directive is not suitable for us, if it is too controversial, we can say no. While in the EU, the countries are subject to a majority vote. So I would say that we are better off.